Nia, your work from home wife of Atlanta. How are you ladies doing? How are you gentlemen doing? My fancy fabulous friends, today I want to talk about something that is so important to me. Um, I want to talk about the idea of modesty. So, you guys have been, checking out this channel, you know that I like to dress up and I like to, dress fancy, and that's a lot of fun for me. But the number one thing for me, and it's my number one priority, is being modest in my appearance. So, modesty, first and foremost, it is biblical. So, um, we are to be modest, in our appearance as women. And that's something that I don't know, I have like a sense of pride about modesty. And if you see me out and, in my modest fashion, I have, a sense of comfort in my modesty. So sometimes when I'm out and I'm just at the grocery store or just out, like I'll get compliments. And not too long ago, I had a an older gentleman say, "You look nice. You are modest. You look really," he used the word modest. And I just had like the largest grin on my face. I was so excited. And I was like, got on the phone and I'm just like, "Husband, he said I look modest and I look nice and blah, blah, blah." And I was so excited about that. And it's it's funny because modesty is not something that you see every day. It's just not. And I do stand out because of my modest appearance. And you know, as an Israelite woman, I always want to shine my light, and I always want to, set a good example. Um, and I always want to like carry myself in a way that, honors my family and, and honors my faith as well. And so that's why I have, so much, um, just so much reverence for modest dressing. And I just kind of wanted to put that out there, like just my excitement about modesty, because a lot of people, that, haven't followed this channel for very long, they may look at me and just think that, hey, she's just a typical, AT alien, in Atlanta, people are very flashy and things, but I do like to be fancy, but my number one priority is being modest. And so, dealing with fanciness. Now, fanciness is fun. Fanciness is kind of like, say you have a cake. Modesty for me would be the cake. Fanciness would be like the cherry on top, or like, like the topping, the frosting, or what have you. So you don't have to have the topping or the icing on the cake per se, but it definitely adds, it adds some excitement, to the cake. Um, but it's definitely not the foundation. So just like, modesty is different for some people. Fanciness is also, there's different levels to fanciness as well. So for me, some ways that I like to show my fanciness would be hats, brooches, scarves, fur, accessories, um, and things like that. And that's fun for me. Just a way to, brighten up my day and hopefully someone else's day. And, I am, generally a happy person. People who know me, they know that. And so I use fashion to express myself. And then when it comes to modesty, for me, I never want to wear anything that is too revealing. So I make sure I do like a check of like my chest area, making sure that my skirt is not above the knee but below the knee. And if I'm wearing things with no sleeves, if in any way like it will and somehow compromise me up here, I'll wear, a top like the one that I'm wearing today underneath. So these are just some quick ways that I kind of, guard myself, just making sure that I'm modest at all times. It's not a stressful thing for me. It's just kind of like, you make your cake and you know the ingredients that go in the cake. So for me, modesty is kind of like making a cake. And so I do want to just kind of stress that. Now, you guys know I don't wear pants, I wear dresses and skirts. That's a part of modesty for me as well. But also, that helps me with being, with looking more feminine, which is also a part of fanciness for me as well. So, some people would say, hey, you could wear like a baseball cap or something like that, something more low key, if you need a hat or if it's sunny outside. Well, you're not going to catch me with the baseball cap out around Atlanta because it's just not fancy enough. No shade to anyone who does, but that's not, that's not a part of my personality. So authenticity and being yourself is important, and I learned that. You guys remember that video I did about looking like Little House on the Prairie, and my husband was like, girl, we have to take you shopping, that whole story. It's kind of like that. Like when I first started to dress modest, I was just concerned about covering up, and I didn't think about fashion or being fancy or anything else. But I realized, and my husband helped me realize, that they don't have to be separate. You can look nice and feel comfortable and be yourself and dress modest at the same time. So that's what I have chosen to do, over the past, I would say, 11 and a half years. So I feel like I'm, seasoned at this whole modesty subject. So that's why I wanted to speak on it, just to help, ladies out there that may be struggling with that. Because as ladies, we always want to present ourselves in the best light. You always want to look and feel your best, and you want to feel beautiful. And you don't have to not look beautiful because you're so concerned with covering up and being modest. And I just want to kind of throw that out there. I'm not, being, preachy or anything like that. I just wanted to kind of share my idea of modesty and as well as fanciness with you guys today. All right, so if it is your first time here, welcome to the Fancysphere. And if you've been, tuning in for a while, how are you doing, my fancy, fabulous friend? If you like to work from home, go to panageinc.com. You guys go ahead and subscribe, like, share, and Until the next video, guys, shalom.